Want me to hold it for you? Or show anything?
Hayden, I never thought that the first time I looked into your eyes, I was looking into the eyes of my husband. I promise that my love for you will always just grow bigger and bigger. I love you so much because you showed me how to see myself the way God sees me. And I know because of you that I am his beautiful daughter. And I can never repay you for that. I can only promise myself to you and to try to do that for eternity. I promise to be yours and only yours for eternity. To always love you and hold your veil when you have to throw up too. There will never be a day that goes by, or a moment that goes by where I won't love you and take care of you the best that I can. I will cherish every good and bad experience that we are blessed to go through together, because God will only make us stronger through them, because he loves us and loves us together. I promise to always listen to you and to learn from you and to always respect you and to always try my best to be my best, because you deserve everything. You deserve more than the whole world has to offer. And I promise to love you forever, for always, no matter what.
I don't have any paper with me, so unprepared. All day I've been about 5 minutes away from crying every time I see you. One year and 8 months ago, in the employee area of Little C's candy store, you made me pinky promise you that I would text you so that we could hang out sometime, which I did. And I promise you, in front of everyone here who will hold me accountable to it, that as long as I live, and for the rest of eternity, I'll hang out with you. And if we ever have a night where you're having to hold my veil while I throw up, it's going to be a pretty amazing night. But I promise to love you. I promise to love you the way that you've loved me this past year and 8 months. Through uncertain options of me leaving the state, going to school, constant career changes of what I want to do in my life, you have stood by me and promised to support me no matter what I do. And although I love public speaking, I love giving speeches, I find myself completely speechless as to being able to tell you how I will love you. But I promise you that every day that I wake up, I promise to show you that love for the rest of my life, for all eternity. I love you.
Now may I introduce Mr. and Mrs. Kira and Hayden Miller.
I feel like new sunglasses, like a brand new pair of jeans.
I met Hayden from serving a mission for the church in Africa. I can see he's getting a little nervous. Don't worry, I won't tell any stories. But as I served with him and got to know him better, I got to know him as someone who is really compassionate and really caring and loves those who he's around. And so when I heard he got back from his mission and started dating a girl, he told me she was great and he really liked her, and I said, okay, I'll be the judge of that. But when I got back and I met Kira, I met someone who is just as kind and is just as loving and just as great as Hayden. And I'm really happy for both of you. And here's to a great marriage.
Kira,
You know, I was really worried because I thought she would only ever like chicken nuggets in her life, and I was really concerned, and I realized that's not going to change because we're eating chicken nuggets today on her wedding. So my advice to Kira is to treat Hayden like a chicken nugget and love him unconditionally.
The minute I met Kira, Hayden pulled me aside and said, "I'm gonna marry that girl." And I told him, "Okay, but you have to let me do a speech to embarrass you." We were all saying a prayer, and it was very quiet. And all of a sudden, little 3-year-old Hayden starts laughing. And he says, "Hayden fought in front of, we're saying a prayer."
We love you, Hayden. I don't mind you marrying her, but how are you gonna support her? And she's a great girl, but she's not cheap. I love you guys. I'm proud of you. Kira's been my little princess my whole life. Now Hayden, she's your queen. So.
Shoes are horrible. They're so cute. But they're so
Brand new. Time will always try to make us. Time will always try to make us. You remind me what I used to know. Like when I close my